So today I'm doing a makeup tutorial for you, obviously on this makeup look. I want to do something different with colour that I've never, like literally never ever used before, which is like this green. Random, I know it's really random, but I just wanted to do something like completely different, like something I've never done before. So hopefully you like it. I actually love it. Like, I would never think to wear this kind of colour, but I think it looks really awesome. Green's not really one of my favourite colours, but I love like olive and khaki colours, or khaki, I think as you say in America. We say khaki. Potato. Anyway, so that is what I've gone for. I've also used a lot of new products today, purely because recently I was a very lucky girl, and YSL Beauty sent me so much makeup, guys. Like, you probably might, if you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen it. I was so shocked. I could not believe how much stuff they sent. I'm so grateful. You'll see there's lots of products today I've used which I've never used before, so I guess I will kind of give you the first impressions of those as well. A couple of them I loved, like seriously loved. So I'm really grateful that they sent me that stuff so I can show you some new products, because we don't use the same products all the time, do we now? Anyway, that was a long intro. If you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, so starting off with the YSL primer, this is the Touche Éclat Blur primer, but it's also a bit illuminating. It's got some gold flecks in it, but it's a pretty standard kind of silicone feeling primer, which worked really well to smooth out my skin before applying foundation. For foundation, I am using, also by YSL, this is the Fusion Ink foundation. This is the colour B50. As you can see, it's got like a weird applicator in it, which I used to apply it to my face. This shade is probably a tad light for me. I'm usually a 60 in YSL, but it worked, and once it oxidized, it did get a little bit darker. So I used a damp beauty blender to blend this in. I usually use a damp beauty blender every time I try a new foundation, because I feel this gives me the best idea of what the foundation is like. So I used the damp beauty blender to blend it all over my face, and it's a really weird foundation. It goes on and it's like really weightless. You can barely feel it on your skin like at all, and then when it dries pretty instantly, and it almost feels like a powder. Like, it's completely matte, it's not sticky like at all. And I think it gave fairly good coverage. I would say it's probably medium coverage, but definitely buildable. There was a couple of areas I went over, but it made my skin feel super soft. So then I'm going in with the Touche Éclat, what are these called? These pen things. I got them in two colours. This one's more like the rose coloured one, which I thought would work better in the inner corner of my eye, because obviously rose colour should counteract the darkness, and then I used the yellow one to go and actually highlight. But as you can see by my face, I wasn't too keen on this rose coloured one. It was way too light for me, but the yellow one was really, really nice, so I definitely would use this one. And then I just applied that also with my damp beauty blender. I would say these are definitely more like highlighting pens. They don't really have particularly much coverage when it comes to actually concealing under eyes, but it definitely did a great job at brightening the under eye area. And because I'd already put the foundation under the eyes, it kind of didn't really need that much more coverage, so I actually really liked how this came out. And then going into this is a, well, I thought it says it's a healthy glow balm powder, and it's a cream in the palette. So I used this Morphe sort of foundation brush, and I was like, whoa, that is super orange, super dark. And then I buffed it out and I was like, oh, this is actually really nice. So it worked perfectly to really just give me back that healthy glow to my face, and it gave me such a good tan. It is more on the orange side, but once I blended it all out, I really loved how it came out. So it is a cream in the palette, but then when you put it on and you start blending it, it does go to more of a powder form. So it's actually really, really good for contouring the face, as I'm doing now, in a kind of 3 shaped. And then I just go over it with my damp beauty blender just to make sure there's no harsh lines and it's all blended out. And then to set my under eye, I'm going to be using, this isn't a new product, this is the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass powder, just to set that under eye area. I didn't really feel it particularly needed it, but I thought I'd better set it just in case it starts creasing. And then also to go over and just enhance that contour a little bit further, I'm using my trusty Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer in 30M and on this Sigma brush, just to deepen up the contour slightly. For highlights, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. I love this. I put this quite a lot on my face, like all over my face, not just on the highlighted areas, because I think it does give your face more of a illuminated glow, which I really like. So then setting it with my MAC Fix Plus as always. Going in with eyebrows now, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow wiz in the colour medium brown and just filling them in how I normally would. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm using the Artist Palette by Anastasia, and I'm starting off with this Dusty Rose colour, and I'm just on a large Sigma, I think this is an E40, I think it is. I'm just buffing this all over the upper crease area. Then I'm taking the colour Aubergine on this smaller blending Sigma brush. As you can see, I'm just applying the product to the tip of the brush, tapping off the excess, and then we're going to be working this into the outer crease and also the inner crease. So leaving out that sort of centre bit, so it will blend into the centre crease, but it won't be as intense in that bit as we're doing the kind of halo eyeshadow look. Back into the Sigma fluffy brush just to make sure all those edges are blended, and as you can see, as I said, we're creating that kind of semicircle shape around the eye. So for the green colour, I am going to be taking another Sigma brush. I will leave all the brushes I used down below, and I'm using this colour which is called Anaconda, which is sort of how this whole look was based around this colour basically, but I wanted to try and use just one palette, so I just packed that onto the centre of the eyelid and then obviously blended out the edges. Just to enhance the sort of shimmeriness in that centre, I'm using this Sigma Loose Shimmer pigment in Pageantry. I'm just packing it sort of right on the centre, and you can see it just gives it a much more iridescent sort of glowy sparkly look, and then again blending that out. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to be using Buttery from the same palette. I really like this as a brow highlight. It's like a matte cream colour, it's not too bright, but it's really, really nice. And then I'm going to be applying my lashes, the Nay Grand Glamor, ta-da! And then for the lower lash line, I'm going in with my MAC liner in Costa Riche, and then I'll be taking a combination of the colours I used on the lid. So first of all, smoking out the lower lash line with the colour Aubergine, so this is the darker plummy colour. And then I will be popping a tiny bit of Anaconda, the green shade, just in the centre of the lower lash line, exactly the same as we did for the top. It's obviously not going to be as vibrant, but it's just like a little pop of colour just to make sure the top ties into the bottom. I'm then going to be applying some mascara. I'm using my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara today to the top and bottom lashes. Okay, and then finally for the lips, I couldn't decide what colour to do. I was originally going to do a really dark lip, but then I was like, the eyes are actually quite dark. So I decided to go with this, which is the MAC lip liner in Chestnut, because I wanted to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood, but it's way too pale for me. So I thought I'm going to put this lip liner on first, and then go over it with the really pale Pure Hollywood, and blend it in, and then go back in with the liner just to sort of deepen up the edges and go over it like lightly, and it gave me this really, really nice colour. I was really happy with how it came out. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look, guys. I really hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to also check out, I will leave the link to the video at the end, but I've got a giveaway running at the moment, which was for when I hit 10,000, and it's pretty cool prize. So check that link at the end of the video as well, and make sure you just, all you need to do is comment in the video to enter the giveaway, because I'll be announcing it next week, or the week after, around 10 days probably from now. Anyway, I hope you liked the look, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!